As a hybrid shooter, I balance between two things, videography and photography. And with this lens, I added one more thing, it's cinematography. And it's three different mindset. And if you are hybrid shooter, you know what I mean. If you are watching this video, you're probably already thinking how to create cinematic footage, how to become better at cinematography. I don't know, but I will show you my experience, how I trying to become better at cinematography and how to shoot with this anamorphic lens. Let's roll the B-roll. So what do you need to shoot cinematic footage with the anamorphic lens? First thing first, you need an anamorphic lens. In my case, it's Sirui 50mm f1.8 squeeze factor 1.33. It means horizontally your footage will be squeezed by 1.33 times, and it gives you 33% more when you're gonna be de-squeeze it in post. And how to do this in Premiere Pro, I will tell you just in a minute. So, vertically, you will getting like 50mm, but horizontally, you will get like 37mm. The second thing you need is an external monitor with anamorphic feature. It will help you to compose your shot and rec focus more correctly. I mean, it's still doable to do it without an external monitor, but it's not so convenient. Third thing is the bunch of filters. ND filter, mist filter, close-up filter. They are all come to handy. And the fourth, it's other accessories like HDMI cable, handle grip and some other stuff. About this lens, you are probably already know everything, because it was launched in 2020, 3 years ago. And it was first budget-friendly anamorphic lens ever. And every video enthusiast want one, including me. But I get it just now, so I must say it's amazing, it's something. I mean, it's not for every day, it's not for every shoot, but it's so sharp, and this aperture f1.8 and squeeze factor gives you this nice separation, and of course, this amazing sci-fi lens flare. I'm shooting on it right now, and I'm using also a mist filter. Yes, the lens flare is everything in anamorphic. All metal body weight 560 grams, 1.23 pounds. It has a 10-bladed aperture with the openings covering from f1.8 to f16. The focus ring is precise. The aperture ring is more stiff, but all are nice, and the closest focus distance is 0.85 meters. And in this regard, if you need a close-up or extreme close-up shot, you will need these filters, close-up filters. They are cheap, but they get the job done. And there is some inconsistency in the squeeze factor, according to many reviews. But from my point of view, it's not a big deal. I can fix it with the lens distortion preset or just never mind, you know. How to de-squeeze your footage in Premiere Pro. So you have two options here. First, easiest way is by clicking Modify, choose anamorphic 1.33, that's it, 2.4 to 1 aspect ratio is ready. Second one, if you are working in 16:9 aspect ratio, you need to reduce vertical dimensions to 75.2. That's it, but if you need to keep this 16:9 coverage, just transform your video and scale it to 133%. For dealing with the differences in squeeze factor, you can correct it with the lens distortion. You have to remember that this lens is for APS-C or Super 35 sensors, and I'm shooting it with my Sony a7 IV full frame. And in full frame you will get this vignetting on the sides. So how can you get rid of it? You can use APS-C mode. In that case, 50mm becomes 75mm. Or if you want more stabilized handheld footage, you can use active stabilization. In Sony a7 IV is just 1.1x crop. So 50mm become 55mm. And also you have clear image zoom from 1.1 to 1.5, which can eliminate this vignetting. So as you can see, you have plenty of options. And of course it means you can use this APS-C anamorphic lens on full frame. And as I said, this is the most affordable anamorphic lens out there. You can get it new for $500 or used even cheaper, and you will get this anamorphic look with f1.8 aperture and squeeze factor 1.33. This is amazing. Now let's talk about on-camera monitor, but if I'm being honest, there's not so much to talk about because it's one of the cheapest on-camera monitor on the market which I can find. It's Filmworld FW568, but it's got everything I need: anamorphic de-squeeze, focus assistance, overexpose and false color. And of course, there is so much more stuff, which one I'm not gonna be using, but it's out there and it's great for its price. The brightness of the screen is not enough for sunny bright day, but at least you have plasticky hoodie, and also you have mount called shoe with articulation, but I bought separate handle grip and small rig articulated arm, so I can mount it on my camera. It has DC in, DC out and NPF mount. This is what I'm using, Sony NPF 970. It gives me like 6 to 7 hours of work. About filters, if you want to shoot with open aperture f1.8, you will need ND filters, variable or fixed. I use both. The brand is Hoya, it's one of the best, I think. If you want to reduce reflections or get the better skies, you will need polarized filter. If you want soft skin, soft shadow, soft light, you will need mist filter, which one I'm using right now. If you want close-up shot, you need close-up filters. If you combine these filters together, you will get this sandwich filter like this one. And of course you will need HDMI cable, and it's better to have with a spring, which I don't have, but I will fix it later. So when I want to shoot light with a handheld style, my rig looks like this. But if I need more stabilization, I put everything on my DJI Ronin RC2, and my rig looks like this. Of course, there is a million ways how you can customize your setup depending on your budget, depending on your workflow. Mine I consider as the most affordable. That's it for today. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop the comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this setup. Do you like this lens or not? I wish you peace and goodness. See you in the next one. Bye.